All right, class is in session. I like to use criminal cases to help learn lessons and in regard to like dating and stuff like that. And we can often see things that, maybe some cautionary tales and stuff like that. This is the Sharee Miller trial. This may be a civil trial, I'm not sure. I already covered the case on another video. Sharee Miller, just real quick summary recap. She is known as the first internet murder. She completed it or whatever, conspired in it. She was on American Online in the 90s, and she was married to a man named Bruce Miller. She met a lot of men on America Online. It was the frontier of the internet and chat rooms and stuff like that. And she loved to spend time in chat rooms talking to men and flirting with men. She ended up meeting a man, and he killed her husband, and she conspired with him to do it. So, but anyway, that's who she is, and this is her testifying. And I want to show you some lessons we can learn in her testimony. So let's go ahead and play it.
Members of the jury, good morning, and please be seated. All right, Mr. Nicola, you may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. We call Sharee Miller and
Raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that your testimony in this lawsuit will be the truth?
Yes, I do.
Now, men can tell. I mean, as you can see, now they dress her down and stuff like that, but this is the most average looking chick, yet she was running dudes, and she was, and you'll see that she was using her most powerful agency with her sexuality to get things from men, to get men to do things. And, was so powerful that she got a man to kill her husband. Women's sexuality is their most powerful agency. And men need to understand this so they don't get finessed, okay? You only want to deal with a woman that has true, genuine burning desire for you. And otherwise, you're going to be a beta male provider, which women don't respect, okay? And you're going to see how she uses men. But a woman like this, she can do herself up a little bit and dress sexy, and but it's also in how they treat you. And a woman that knows how to flirt and knows how to, especially with beta males, and knows how to make beta males aroused, they are very effective. And you're going to see how effective she is. And just, when we see some of these lessons, make sure that women aren't doing this to you. They do it to everybody. I've been a victim of this before, so it's good to learn these lessons.
could you please state your full name and spell for the record?
Sharee Paulette Miller, ShareePaulettemiller.
How old are you, Sharee?
I'm 29 years old.
And where did you reside?
3075 West Francis Road, Mount Morris, Michigan.
Can you give the jury a little bit of a background information about you?
Judge, I would object. I don't know whether it's relevant.
Judge, there's been a lot of information submitted by the prosecutor about her. I'm just trying to give them some idea in terms of a little bit about her.
It's been submitted as to murder.
Go ahead anyway.
Thank you.
My childhood,
Did you graduate from high school education?
I graduated from Kersley High School
When did you graduate from Kersley?
1988.
Do you have any children?
I have 3 children.
Can you give us their names?
My 5-year-old is William Charles Tribby Jr. My 6-year-old is Amanda Dawn Duval. And my 10-year-old is Robert Carl Duval IV.
Have you been married before?
Yes, I have.
And when did you get married?
The first time I was married, I was 17 years old to Robert Carl Duval III.
So gets married at a young age. Her mom was supposedly not a good influence for her. Her mom was also divorced, and supposedly her mom also engaged in numerous relationships with men, a lot of sexual relationships with men, and supposedly, there were some SA allegations that the men did. Anyway, I don't want to get into that, but as you can see, she's getting married at a young age. She likes men, and women like this, even though they know how to finesse men, they also like men because they know men are valuable, right? There's an underlying respect, although they'll dog you out. Here we go.
The second time I was married, I was 21 to William Charles Tribby Sr. And my third marriage was to Bruce Leroy Miller in 1999.
All right. Now, where was...
She also knows she doesn't have any skills. She's got 3 kids. She needs help, and she knows that men can provide that, So a woman like this, if she works it right, and like I said, if a woman wants a relationship, and she wants to see one happen, especially with the beta male, she knows how to work, her sexuality, and she knows how to flirt with the man, and she knows how to get a man to commit to her. So it's kind of funny that women, I'm single, whatever, but anyway, no, women, if they want to find a relationship, might not be with the guy they want, and that's probably the case with her. She probably married a lot of beta males. Okay, here we go.
Born.
Amanda was born here in Michigan.
Who was Amanda's father?
Thomas, Ralph Thomas.
All right, you weren't married to Mr. Thomas when you conceived?
No, I was not.
All right. And your youngest son, June?
So right there, there's something to check out right there. So the man that fathers her child, she was never married to. That's the alphabang. Women want the genes from the alphabang, but look at the guys that she's marrying. You're real quick. She just said, so far, she, the first child she just mentioned, she'd been married 3 times, but that one didn't come from a marriage. Interesting. She wants the alphabang. That's the alphabang effect.
His father is who?
My second husband, William Charles Tribby Sr.
All right.
Okay, so we do, okay, but that's okay. But it was interesting, the first one. Okay.
Those are your children that you've described for the jury. They're the children that they saw in the video playing in the backyard.
Yes.
And your youngest one, Junior, was what was the subject of that show that you were on regarding that? Is that well?
Yes, he was.
All right. How did it happen that you were asked to be on that show?
Junior's father physically abused him when he was 6 months old.
And again, we're talking about who?
William Charles Tribby Jr.
All right.
His father physically abused him when he was 6 months old.
This is her allegations. You can't believe anything she says. She's a bona fide liar. So,
causing 6 skull fractures on December 22nd, 1995. On February 14th, 1996, he received visitation rights to him. He only received 4.5 months jail time. And this bothered me, so I started writing with the president, and I worked my way.
Why is this relevant?
and check that out. Women are the main characters of their show, whatever, the solipsism, right? The whatever time he got for whatever alleged infraction he did, well, that's through the system. That's through the criminal justice system, and it's been adjudicated. You may not like it, and that's a lot of times women don't like the way you said something. Women don't like the way you did something. Well, you may not like it, but it worked. Okay, and just like this is, women don't respond to logic and reason a lot of times. It's statistics. They respond to feelings. I didn't feel like he got the time he deserved. Well, too bad. You got to understand this when dealing with women. Because a lot of times when they're talking to you, they're talking about how they feel about something. Like, you shouldn't do that because, and they'll be, it's that, you are not responsible for how they feel, and so, that's what you can tell them. But anyway, so don't get overly moved by a woman that doesn't like the way you did something, because it's her feelings, but her feelings ain't facts.
Videotape was put in, and I think that there's some background to explain why it was.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
I started with the president, and I worked my way all the way down to John Cherry, writing how how much jail time he got and how he received visitation after what happened to Junior. The Montel show got a hold of it and asked me to be a guest on the show.
Yeah, allegedly what he did, again, if he got visitation back, they have strict and severe guidelines of what they can do and who gets visitation. And she's writing letters to the President of the United States. He's got a lot more things to do than worry about child custody stuff,
And I went there and we talked about what had happened to Junior.
So they actually found out some.
Again, be careful of this, gentlemen. It's another lesson. Gaslighting, okay? This could be a form of gaslighting, and I do think it is. She's a liar. She got her husband, she set up her husband to be murdered. So who can you trust? But gaslighting, what she just said, she went on the Montel Williams show, and she went to talk about the, I think it was like the sentence or something he received that was improper. No. That's what she's making it sound like it's a fact. No, it wasn't improper to the court who adjudicated it. You know what I'm saying? But she says, I went on the show to talk about his improper sentence. No. You went to talk about your feelings about your feelings about it being an improper sentence. So understand this. When women will often try to gaslight you. And that is like making up a fact. Like, it's hard, but right there was one of them, making something that they feel, think, or, want to get you to do or whatever, and they're making it sound like a fact. It's like, nah, that's gaslighting me.
Your cause, and they asked you to come on the show.
Through several letters I had wrote, several emails I had sent. That's how they found out about the show.
Now, there came a point in time where you got divorced from this gentleman that you've, for lack of a better word, who did this to your son?
Yes.
Right. When did you get divorced?
Our divorce was final 6 months after it was filed, and it was filed in January of '96.
All right. Did you see anybody after that?
Yes, I did.
And who was that?
Of course she did. All right, let's hear who she's seeing now. Again, and this is another lesson we need to learn. Women, this is typical. Women are not often single, okay? But I always say they're never single, but they aren't. First of all, they love the utility of men. They know men are useful, okay? So women always kind of need a man around, and and they I mean, a lot of men, we wouldn't be single if we could nab anyone we want to on the street. I mean, all they got to do is shake their booty a little bit, smile, and twinkle those eyes, and there's a man. So women are rarely ever single.
Terry Myers. I started dating him.
So Terry Myers, okay? Let's see what's up. She's dating Terry Myers.
I started when Junior was 8 months old at B&D Auto Parts and Sales.
So B&D Auto Parts is Bruce Miller's business. The husband that she murdered, that's his business. So this is where she's gonna meet him. But think about this. I mean, this lady's bringing 3 kids into your life, and anyway.
That hired me.
All right, Don Gillette, he was previous owner?
Yes.
All right.
And I worked at Marlette. It was Golden Years Retirement Home in Marlette as administrator. And I only did...
I'm sure that's a blast of a job, so she doesn't want to work, so she'd rather get a man to pay her bills. And if she shakes her booty right, she can.
Up at B&D for about a month during that time.
Did you have a chance to meet Bruce Miller at that time?
Yes, I did.
Now, was he a co-owner with Don Gillette at the time,
Yes,
or was he an employee?
He was a co-owner.
All right. And describe your relationship there.
I didn't really see him much. He worked days and at General Motors, and I was up at the business during the daytime, and I left and went home usually before he came in. Sometimes I didn't.
So at that period of time, you really didn't get a chance to meet him at all?
Not really, no.
All right. This other gentleman, Myers, what was it? Did you live with him? Did you date him from afar? How was that working?
I moved in with Terry Myers his brother got into an accident and he didn't have anybody to take care of him because the family worked. So I moved in with him and I took care of his brother.
BS. She wanted free rent with her 3 kids.
His brother also lived there with you?
Yes.
Is that the one we heard about Laura describing as
Yes.
physically incapacitated?
Yes.
All right. Were your children living there too?
Yes, they were.
Now, how long did you live with this Mr. Myers fellow?
I lived with.
By the way, we saw this in another case, the doctor that strangled his wife case, the Igor Turek case. She did the same thing, moved into his mansion with her 3 kids, and then had him evicted from his own mansion. These women will do that, and she used sexuality as well.
Up until early December
Of?
of 1998.
Can you tell the jury when you first, or how it came about that you met and developed a relationship with Bruce Miller?
I was sending workers to B&D to get their cars fixed from the business. And then I would go up there and I would talk to Bruce. His father passed away.
Predatory here. She would go up there and talk to Bruce because she knows Bruce is rich. He's got some money. So she made herself available to him. Now his father's passed away. He's vulnerable.
We had already started talking quite a bit then, just as friends.
Now, at this point, you're living with Jeff Meyer.
But women know their most powerful agency is their sexuality. So if she wants to nab that money, what's she going to have to do? She got to give up her sex. She got to bang him.
Living?
Terry Myers.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Terry Myers.
So she's pursuing this Bruce Miller guy as a kind of predatory thing. And she's living with Terry Myers and her 3 kids. This is why you don't do this stuff. You only be the alpha bang. If you're going to be the beta male provider, this is what happens. You know, she doesn't respect you. She doesn't like her situation, quote unquote, at Terry Myers' house or whatever. He's been providing her a house and letting her 3 kids stay there. And now she's kind of pursuing this Bruce Miller guy. So while she's living at his house, this is what they do. And it's not a bad thing. This is not bad. We have our own natures. And some of the stuff we have it ain't pretty either. You know, it just is what it is. You need to understand how females move. Women need to understand how men move, and then we can deal with each other better. This is no moral, compass here.
Have you talked at all about Bruce, whether he was seeing somebody at the time?
He was seeing a woman named Sandy Krieger.
Okay. What did you know about her at that time in terms of their relationship?
I knew that they had been seeing each other on and off for about 5 years.
Right.
They didn't live together, but Bruce stayed weekends at her house.
Right. So you indicated that just
Yeah, but because she's too, she don't need a beta male provider. This lady does,
you started talking with him at least some more. Did things develop beyond that, just talking?
Yes.
And can you tell the jury how that happened?
The night his father passed away, he came up to my work and we talked most of the night.
And this is where she lays the trap.
Night is the first night that we became physical, more than friends.
This is when she pushed the relationship into, hey, I want some of your cash.
Which was, I believe, right around October 10th, right before my birthday.
All right.
Huh.
You hadn't dated before that?
No, sir.
All right. How did this physicalness get initiated?
We just started kissing on the couch, and one thing led to another, and
She knows how.
they slept together that night.
Yep.
After that particular night, did the relationship go on?
It progressed really fast.
And again, just so the jury...
This is a beta male predator move, progressing very fast, and it's also a sign that you are a beta male because he's allowing it to progress fast. This is him kind of, confirming to her he's a beta male. Because a true, we just talked about it in one of the chapters, a true alpha male wants to be free, so he's going to make her work. He's not making her work. Oh, sure, let's get married. You banged me on the day my dad died, and I'm not making, it's a predator.
As this, his dad died when, about, in terms of a time frame?
1998
All right, what time in 1998, do you remember?
in October.
Okay, so in the fall of 1998.
And what we must understand is women are going to appear empathetic. His father died. She's so sad. She don't give two F's about his father. This is all in her playbook. And this is how women operate. I'm just telling you, it's not bad, it's not good. Like I said, men, we have our own natures that there are things that aren't, what can you say, it's not, some of our natures, it's, the things we do may not be, on the outside, it looks so good, and this is women and men, same thing. So no one's bad, no one's good. I've said this before. I just want to reiterate that.
That's when you and Bruce became intimate.
Yes.
All right. So you indicated that the relationship developed fast. Could you explain that to the jury?
Almost every night after I got done with work, I was done between 10 and 11 p.m. at night. We would go to the bus stop,
What's that?
It's a bar
Okay.
in Birch Run, to sing karaoke. Bruce worked days, and we would stay there most of the time until they closed. Several hours, and I would go to his house afterwards.
Bang.
And stay the night and get up in the morning and go to work.
Now, you're still...
Okay, so this is another lesson again here, and I'm going to have to do this in several parts, but because I don't want me to make these videos too long. But number one, men need to be leading relationships. Number two is they're going out way too much in the beginning. It's once a week and once a week to come over and be F buddies. Bang and leave, and you both like this setup. You both should like this setup in the beginning. Because he's signaling, I'm a beta male. She knows this. He works days, he's staying out till the bar closes. She's coming over, she's sealing the deal, and this is the beta male playbook. Every night she's staying over, sucking that D, putting a show on for him, wearing the sexy lingerie, getting after it. She is letting him slap her ass and, pull her hair and, do it in every way, every way. No, but anyway, but this is the point, Look at her working it. This is right here in front of our face how they're doing. This is beta male game. This is how beta male predators work. Okay.
Business. A woman named Jeannie would call me at Bruce's house, and I would call home.
Was Bruce still seeing Sandy Krieger at this time?
Yes, he was.
All right. Did she know at this time about the relationship?
No, she did not.
Well, she's a friends with benefits for 5 years. Come on.
How are you guys getting along?
Great. We went out a lot.
Again, yeah, great, because she's making sure it's great because she's using her most powerful agency and giving up that ass.
A lot together. I don't know if he was on my level or if I was on his level, but we got along really good.
You were on the money level, lady. Yeah. So this is like I said. You want to be the alphabet, and by doing this, and she's not going to say it, or she might not even notice it, but this is a woman is not going to respect a man who allows his, like we just went over in that other chapter in Atomic Attraction. Women do not respect men that allow their freedom to be taken. They want to work to try to, pull you away from your, single lifestyle. This guy's like, yeah, go ahead, take it.
Attracted you to Bruce?
The friendship that we had been developing.
What attracted you to Bruce? You never want to hear this, guys. You want to hear a woman go, oh my God, like, oh. I have another video. It's the Jocko Willing video. Go watch that one. Got a lot of views on that one, but I said this is what a woman sounds like when she likes you, And this is not what a woman sounds like when she really has true, genuine, burning desire. When she makes you wait for sex, the sex is never worth the wait. Iron Rule of Tomasi 3. The reason I say that is because in the Iron Rule of Tomasi 3, it's about genuine, burning desire. The woman that makes you wait for sex is the same woman that'll bang the hot guy in the phone cannon party 5 minutes after meeting him. Do you think if she said, if your friend asked her, what was that guy like in the foam cannon party in Cancun? Oh my God, girl. No, we built on the friendship. Right there, beta male. You shouldn't have to build with somebody. They should be highly interested in you and highly aroused by you from day one, minute one.
He made me laugh.
I've said this in one of my other videos. I'm a funny guy. I'm around my friends and everything. I love to joke. I'm a big jokester. In my fraternity, I was the funniest guy. I got voted funniest guy in the world. That's a joke, but so yeah, I good sense of humor. And I was told one time on a date with a real nice girl, real pretty girl. She said, "I had the most fun time. I've never laughed so much." I was like, "Oh Lord, you don't want to hear that. You want to hear I was looking at your, big D the whole time." You don't want to hear that you're funny. That could be an added bonus, like a car. Oh, they give air fresheners too.
Or we go out to dinner. He'd always make me laugh, and we had a lot in common. And we could talk about anything and everything. We talked about.
Yeah, she would let him, right? And making her laugh, that's also, what they call it, gesturing, You feel like he feels like he's got to keep her happy. Hey, here you go. Women like strong, masculine alphas. Strength and masculinity.
And he was so tall.
So tall.
Tall's
So
good.
tall.
How tall was Bruce?
Over 6 foot, and I'm only 5'2".
They like that, see? They do like that.
We would be at the bus stop, and Ruthie Van Gilder was the karaoke host, and we were the center of attention most of the time.
Oh, women love that too.
Why is that?
Our age difference, our height difference, and because we were always
that's also, he's 20 years older than her.
together, always real close.
No, I didn't ask you. How old was Bruce?
Bruce would have been 49 this year.
Would have been if you hadn't set him up for murder.
So there's about a 20-year difference between the two of you.
Just over 20 years, yes.
All right. Now we're talking in the fall of '98. You guys are seeing a lot of each other. Can you describe for us how the relationship progressed from that point?
December 4th, 1998, he asked me if I wanted to go to Las Vegas. At this point, Terry, knowing that, something was wrong, me going to Las Vegas, he knew that there was somebody else. He ended up, during this period, moving in with his brother, which was now living in an apartment in Otisville, because I was leaving for Las Vegas with Bruce.
All right.
Bruce told his mother and Sandy Krieger that he was going to Las Vegas.
See, so she was having an affair with Bruce. I guess I'm trying to figure this out with the Terry guy she was living with. So see how women do that? Secretly having sex with two dudes. I'm just telling you, they have rotations.
With people from the shop, co-workers from Delphi. We went out there December 4th. Before I went out, he gave me a ring to wear, and I put it on my wedding finger.
Predator.
And we had a really great time while we were out there.
So he didn't propose to you. He just gave you.
No, he let me borrow a ring.
Okay.
Is the way it was said. At that time, no, he hadn't proposed to me.
All right.
But she's gonna make sure he does. Trust. This is all manipulation.
We went out to Las Vegas with him in December of '98. You were still living with someone else,
Yes.
and Bruce was still seeing his girlfriend.
Oh, don't even. Come on. A friend with benefit for 5 years. That's not like living with a dude. She needs to set up Bruce to get, she needs a house for her 3 kids and herself. She doesn't have the cash.
The weekends at her house.
All right. Did there come a point in time? I mean, you've indicated that this Terry Myers figured out that you're going out to Las Vegas.
While I was in Vegas, he moved in with his brother, Stephen, in Otisville.
So he moved out.
Yes.
All right. Did there come a point in time where Bruce's girlfriend found out about your relationship?
While we were in Las Vegas, 5 o'clock in the morning out there, I'm not really for sure the time difference. his mom called. So I answered the phone and she pretty much knew he wasn't out there with coworkers. And then Sandy called. And that's when she found out about me.
You don't care.
What happened with their relationship, Bruce and Sandy?
When he got back from Las Vegas, she had called the house and I guess they had an argument. She wanted to talk to me. I talked to Sandy on the phone. She let me have it on the phone. She changed her phone number and told Bruce that she did not want him contacting her ever again.
Oh, that's tough.
So, as of December of 1998, the person who you were living with had moved on, and Bruce's girlfriend had moved on, and you guys were together.
I was staying at his house almost every night.
Of course, she needs a place to
Where did he live at that time?
with their kids.
75
She needed a place to stay.
Francis Road.
He's acting like, oh, the relationship progressed. No, I need a house.
What about your children?
Here we go. Well,
You're staying over there.
I haven't heard this. I bet they're staying with them and Bruce.
What was going on there?
My children, at that point, I was bringing them with me. And they were staying at the house with me.
How did Bruce get along with your children?
Wonderful. The children loved him.
Did you tell?
Of course they did. Of course. Look at this, guys. Guys, this is not. See, the predator, and they're not going to respect you. She needs this. She needs all this, right? And he's the patsy to do it, but that doesn't arouse her. It actually makes her respect you less, seeing you this way. But a woman knows, and this is more power to them, because when they're on your team, they make sure crap works, right? They make sure you're taken care of. Well, she's making sure she's taken care of. I need a house for these kids. I need a house for myself. All I gotta do is shake this. That's why, in another video I did, they try to act like, oh, sex is not everything. And oh my God, you guys talk about it so much. Look, this lady is housing herself and her kids and providing shelter, room, board, food. That is like $30,000, $40,000 a year minimum. All she got to do is bang this guy, whatever, A man, anyway, don't let them fool you. They know how powerful their sexuality is.
Your husband, or Bruce, then before he was your husband, about your background and things that happened to you in your life?
Yes, he knew.
What did you tell him?
I told him that I was sexually molested and physically.
This is her story. Anyway, let me stop it there. The video's getting too long. I'm going to make several parts of this. Look how many lessons we learned. This is the beta male playbook, okay? You've got to there's a dual mating strategy. Remember the dual mating strategy. Alpha bang or beta male provider. Women do not respect beta male providers. They need them, but that does not, you will be a utility to her. And they'll take half your stuff. So we want you to be the alpha bang. Genuine burning desire. Arousal. Okay? I'll leave it there and we'll see you on the next one.